What's up, y'all? I'm back again. This video I'm about to show y'all is it's about how Vanilla Ice sold 160 million records. Y'all remember the Ice Ice Baby?
Speaker mode.
Yeah. I'm talking about him.
Sourcing tools you could do.
Let's get into
But
it.
how did black artists treat you?
Great. That's where I'm. Listen,
Like Tupac or Biggie or those guys?
Oh, good friends of mine. I was friends with Tupac way before he even blew up. When he was
NWA?
Digital Underground. NWA. I was the opening act. Listen, I was the opening act for the opening act for the opening act for the opener for the opener when we did the Stop the Violence tour with NWA, Stetsasonic, EP&D, Sir Mix-a-Lot. So I was that kid out there, and they were great friends. They embraced me, man. And my whole crowd was always black. I never thought I'd ever play for white people until my music went #1. And when it went #1, all of a sudden my crowds went, well, I went from smaller crowds to huge stadiums. In rap music, it just hadn't been done like that before. So for me, I was just like, whoa. And here I am on tour now with, I think it was MC Hammer, and it's just gone mainstream. And it was us because it was my record that was first rap record to go #1. So it was pretty phenomenal how it just, we brought it kind of out of the hood and into the mainstream.
The importance of video to that #1 hit was what?
Well, Ice Ice Baby came out.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old when I wrote that song, and it didn't really come out for 3 years later. We didn't have no money to buy a video, so I had to borrow some money to make the video, and we just, kind of scrounged it together and put it out. It became the #1 video on MTV ever, probably the cheapest video ever played on MTV. But it was an amazing phenomenon, and when the Ninja Rap came out is when it really set in and put the concrete in. Because everybody like you and I grew up to the Ninja Turtles, but everybody today is growing up to them. It's huge. It's bigger than, you would never think Star Wars would be topped or Star Trek would be topped because, being us, we kind of grew up to that, and that's like the big phenomenon. Well, Ninja Turtles is triple, both of those together combined. It's amazing. They have a whole row. When you go into the department stores or whatever, you go in there and you see Ninja Turtle aisle. It's crazy how big it's gotten.
Well, how big? Give people an idea of how big you were at the peak of your career.
160 million records and still selling. My record that was released 20-something years ago, I went to the extreme, every year has sold over 2 or 3 million copies every year. Still, since it's coming out, just this year alone is already probably 3 or 4 million. It's crazy, phenomenon, to the point where most rappers that everybody think is big in America, there's another step. It's called the world. And I never thought that rap music would leave America. And all of a sudden I'm playing in Russia, China, I've played in Muslim countries, and I mean, it's crazy where it'll take you, and the people don't even speak English. And then I get letters and stuff back talking about, I learned to speak English on your music. By the way, what is a gauge in a 9? And did you solve the problem?
Yeah, what was the problem that you were supposed to solve?
Any problem. It's just being positive. If there's a problem, solve it.
When I saw this clip a while ago.
Alright, so this video from Dorian, Group 82 Music. That's Dorian. I stopped him at a fucked up time on the video.
No, y'all know I keep.
Alright, that's better. But yeah, this man right here, he basically he a owner of his own record label, his own network, his own marketing service. He got his own corporation basically. But he teach you how to be independent artist and stuff like that. But basically, I just wanted y'all to see the little clip about how Vanilla Ice sold 160 million. And basically the way you can sell 160 million is you gotta reach the world, man. Like, okay, you hot in your city. Haha, you hot in your city, that's what's up. But you want your shit to be on the other side of the world. Like, if you could take over the whole continent of like Africa or some shit, you'll be straight because that's a lot of fucking people listening to your music. But we all focus on one area or one place. We need to be more broad. And then another thing too, just drop the music. You never know who gon' like it because Ice Ice Baby, it's a lot of people that probably don't like that shit. But it's a lot of people that do. And then the same people that don't probably sing that shit too at some point. Cause it's just catchy. So that's just it. But I'm finna let him talk.
I keep the clips and I film them later. I thought one thing. As I just watched it right now, I was looking at him and I'm just like, I'm not about to talk about this dude. Because Vanilla Ice represented everything that was wrong with mainstream music at the time. They were taking something, like he said, out of the hood and taking it to the mainstream. They were trying to make him the white MC Hammer. It was culture vulture at its finest. At an extremely high level. But then I got out of my own way and I got out of my own ego. And I remember how young I was when Vanilla Ice was on the scene. I was like 6 or 7. And I remember how massive it was. And it was this massive because of a lot of things he said in his video that once again, regardless of how you feel about the person and what they've been through or what they do, you can still learn from them. I thought I would never say this in my life. There's 3 things that every artist can learn from Vanilla Ice. That is a quote. We need to keep that. And I will break down these 3 things right here in this video. So stay locked in if you want to get that because this is stuff that can help every single artist out there. Before you do that, hit like, hit share, comment, save, subscribe. Watch this entire video and make sure you watch another video on YouTube so we can keep that session time running up.
And everything he just said, that's what y'all need to do. On my channel, y'all need to do what he just said. All that shit. All that shit. But anyways, now he finna really get into it. He was just blabbering at first, but yeah, here you go.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group82University.com, and right here we got Vanilla Ice, Rob Van Winkle, I think is his name. I didn't even do no background research because I don't need to. Talking about how he sold 160 million records. No fluff, let's get straight to it. These are the 3 things every single artist can learn from what Vanilla Ice did. Number 1,
This entrepreneur.
I heard these fucking commercials. We finna learn what the fuck we can learn from him.
mainstream appeal. If you want to sell a massive amount of records, or even if you want to go #1 on iTunes, you got to have some sort of mainstream appeal. People that don't look like you, or people that might not truly understand your culture and your music, they have to appeal to you. That doesn't mean you got to go out here and have photo shoots with you acting like you're pregnant in a wedding dress. That doesn't mean that you got to go out here and dye your hair all types of colors and put tattoos all over your face and walk around looking like a for real clown, a for real joker in order to bring attention to yourself. Mainstream appeal is just having something that people can gravitate towards. For example, with me. Like, I have mainstream appeal because people might like how I look. People might like how I talk. People might like that I tell y'all to shut the fuck up and kiss my black ass. That's mainstream appeal because I'm able to be me. Dorian is authentic. Dorian is genuine. Dorian is aggressive. Dorian is a Leo. Dorian is strong. Dorian is sexy. Dorian's an asshole. Whatever it is. A lot of those things are mainstream appeal. You have to figure out what your mainstream appeal is if you want to sell music. You have to find a way to translate the intricacies of your culture and your content and what you're about through your art form for other people's consumption. And if you can't figure that out, you're not going to sell massive amounts of records. Drake has figured out his mainstream appeal. When he came out, he was going to be the rapper that women could listen to no matter what they're going through. And here we are, 12 years, 13 years later, whatever it is, and he's still doing the same thing. J. Cole's mainstream appeal for everybody who went to college and took out student loans trying to figure their life out in their career. Kendrick Lamar's mainstream appeal. I grew up in Compton, but I have an entirely different perspective because I'm not in the gang, but I am gang affiliated. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw. Mainstream appeal. What's your mainstream appeal? If you're an artist and you're watching me right now, I want you to write in the comments what your mainstream appeal is. If you're in my class how to market your music on social media, you better know this because we talk about this in the very first game of the class. So I want to know who's been paying attention, who's been doing the work inside the class, right?
That's a good one. Mainstream appeal. As an artist, do y'all have mainstream appeal? I don't know what mine is. Mine would probably be smoking weed, probably. That's mainstream appeal, ain't it? I'm talking to you, babe.
Huh?
Smoking weed would be a mainstream appeal, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, because I mean, a lot of people do it, but
It's becoming legal.
yeah.
I'm gonna be the nigga that legalized it in South Carolina. I'm gonna be the reason why they do it.
You're gonna be the couple that legalizes it in South Carolina. Okay?
Okay. Back up, man. Go ahead with her.
No. And stand up.